Are you here because you need help passing your STAAR test? Well, I'm glad you did because you came to the right spot. Today's focus is going to be writing systems of two linear equations. So we're going to be writing systems of two linear equations. All right, let's look at our first example. I know we see a lot of words, but actually the word problems for this topic are pretty easy. We just have to pay attention to what we want to represent as X and what we want to represent as Y. Let's look at it. So hot dogs and bags of popcorn were sold at a concession stand. So we're already going to be knowing that hot dogs are X. So we can write this stuff down. So we know that X are going to be our hot dogs. So I'm just going to say hot dogs here. Sorry about that. And then we know that our Y is going to represent the popcorn. I'm just going to put pop for short. Can't write today. All right. So now that we're reading, one family is paying $8. So if we're paying $8, that's the total. So we automatically know our total for the first equation is going to be $8. So we're talking about that first family, family number one. They buy two hot dogs. So we said hot dogs is X. We don't know how much the hot dogs cost just yet, which doesn't matter to us because they have not asked us to solve that. They just want us to write an equation that will represent it. So we know we have two hot dogs that we purchased and three bags of popcorn, and we said popcorn is represented by Y. So our first equation is already set. 2x plus 3y equals to $8. Let's look at A. 5x plus 4y equals 8. We can eliminate A. 2x plus 3y equals 8 looks good. 2x plus 5y equals 8. Nope. 3x plus 2y equals 8. No. It's super important that we know what is x. And x are hot dogs. So that's how they're writing it in the answer choices. X is hot dogs. So our answer here is answer choice B. Again, for these videos to help you pass your STAAR test, these are just testing strategies, not actual lessons. Feel free to go back to my YouTube channel to see full-on lessons if this is too quick for you. Other than that, let's look at another example. All right, so now we have a graph and we have a table. We're going to go ahead and make an equation for both of these graph and table. So we're going to label this as equation number one and this one as our equation number two. With our equation number one, we have 2 points already for a table. And that's all we really need is just 2 points for a linear table, which is at 0, -2, and 1, 1. For our second equation, however, they already gave us a table. So I'm going to pick two of those positive points. Real easy. So I'm just going to go with 0, 4. Cannot write today. And 1, 2. Just two easy, quick points. Now for both, we need to figure out what is our M equal to and what is our B equal to. So if you don't already, you should know what time it is. And it is time to head to Desmos. Okay, so now in order for us to calculate the slope of y-intercept, we first need to make a table, put in our points that they gave us, and then we had a 1, 1. All right, y1 squiggly, mx1 plus b. All right, so we know m is 3 and b is -2. All right, that's for our first one. On our second table, we had 0, 4 and 1 at 2. So our m was -2 and b was +4. With this information, we are now going to use our answer choices to kind of help us go from here. Let me zoom in here a little bit more. Okay, so now we're going to use our answer choices to help us. I know that my formula is -a over b x plus c over b. So if I'm using equation number one, and let me go ahead and go back to equation number one's table. Let's put those values back there. 0, -2, and 1, 1. So we know our lines should be equivalent, which is overlapping. So let's look at our equation number one that they gave us. In this case, our A is 3, our B is -1, so I like to fill in both those B's, and my C is a 2. As we can see, these are equivalent. These are equivalent. The red and blue line both overlap. So we can say that 3x minus y equals to 2 are good answers. So we can eliminate answer choice B and answer choice D. We're halfway done. So now let's look at the table for the second one. Our second table was 0, 4, and 1 at 2. So now we're going to redo. We have our negative blank x plus blank. Again, you want to go back to my full lesson over A.2I, A.2I in my YouTube channel to see this a little bit more thoroughly. Other than that, we're here so we can pass our STAAR test. So here we go. So for our second equation, our A is 2, our B is 1, and our C is a 4. As we can see, these two also overlap. The red and the green overlap. We can check the other answer choice just so you can see why this one's incorrect. So my A here is 1, and my B here is 2, with my C being 4. As you can see, yes, they do intersect, so they have a solution, but they are not equivalent because they are not overlapping, so that means they're not the same line. So that's why we're going to go ahead and eliminate answer choice C. And for this question, our answer choice is answer choice A. It's super important that we use those elimination strategies to kind of help us narrow it down to the final two answer choices. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Come back and see me if you're trying to pass your STAAR test.